What is up, everybody? DBZ fan 41 with another face-to-face video, if you want to call it. Today, I just wanted to officially give my opinion on the Aaron Rodgers debacle, scandal, grudge, whatever you want to call it. So on draft, my opinion between obviously draft night and now are completely different. Obviously when the news broke out on draft night, no, I want to say it was like 2 p.m. on draft day, like it was the first round. Obviously I was shocked. I was panicking, because this shit was coming out. And, all the reports are saying that, Aaron Rodgers don't want to be on the team anymore. And there was like a couple of teams that were really fucking pushing to trade for him. Like the 49ers, the Denver Broncos were a big one for some reason. Like there was a reporter from the Broncos he tweeted out like an hour before draft night, and he put like the eyes emoji and the cheese emoji, and man, when I was thinking to myself, is like, man, is this trade really gonna happen? And of course, when the 49ers were on the clock, I was fucking nervous as fuck because I thought the trade was gonna go down like that time. And then obviously I was even more nervous when the Denver pick, when the Denver was on the clock. I was very nervous then too, because I thought, man, this is where he's gonna go. Like this is crazy. But since that has happened, and he obviously skipped OTAs, he skipped the voluntary shit. Voluntary. My opinion on it is, I believe he is going to play for the Green Bay Packers week 1. And, it really bugs me that, like, Packer fans on social media have totally turned against him. They're fucking, like, they have not, what am I trying to say? They are all about, shit, or get off the pot, go away, we don't need you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, it's like, Adam Schefter openly admitted on that tweet on draft night that he was trying to get that tweet out before his competition could, and he had little to no sources. Little to no sources. So whoever broke the news to Adam Schefter, I don't believe like anybody from the Packers did, because obviously they were trying to keep it hush-hush. And the speculation of Aaron Rodgers, he might have wanted to keep this hush-hush. Maybe he wanted it to be out in the air that he had some feud with the Packers or whatever. But the fact of the matter is Adam Schefter, that night, round 1 of the 2021 NFL draft, he lost all trustworthy sources. Not trustworthy, but I can never believe what he is going to tweet out again, for the fact that he put that out on draft night, knowing that this was going to be big news, and he had the potential to take away everybody that was drafted that night's big night. Easily, NFL Network could have made this a huge deal. Could have talked about this the entire night. I only watched NFL Network on draft night. I didn't watch anything about ESPN, but I'm sure that they did the same thing. They did not talk about the Aaron Rodgers shit until the Packers were on the clock. And then once the Packers made their pick, they completely went off of it. They talked about the draft all night long, and I give them a lot of fucking credit, because easily they could have made it about Aaron Rodgers the entire night, and they could have put the NFL draft in the back seat, and they could have completely like ruined the night for everybody that was being drafted that night. Because, you know, when the night you're drafted in the NFL, it's your biggest night of your life. It is the moment that you have been waiting for your whole entire life. And based on like last year with COVID-19 and how it was all, you know, video to video. Like, we didn't really have a real draft last year. You know, this was the night where every single draft pick was going to get their night. And I give NFL Network a lot of credit for not having the Aaron Rodgers news ruin the night. Now, moving on, going back to everybody, you know, saying, you know, Rodgers, you know, get, you know, shit or get off the pot, you know, go away, trade him, you know, he doesn't want to be here. My question to everybody is, when has Aaron Rodgers said, I want to be traded? When did he ever say that? He never said. I mean, obviously he has not given a lot of information about this, but it makes me think that Aaron Rodgers probably didn't want this whole debacle to get leaked. And literally, you know, he's just trying to keep it hush-hush as possible. He's trying to keep it between him and the organization. And, you know, he has never said he wants to be traded. He has never said, I do not want to play for the Packers anymore. You know, Deshaun Watson made it very, very clear that he wanted to be traded. He made it very, very clear that he did not want to play for the Texans anymore. He literally said that. And then the shit came out about him and his fucking massage therapist. But that's not the subject of the video. The fact of the matter is that I believe that even if Aaron Rodgers wanted to be traded this year, he knows that he is trapped. He is at least trapped for this year. So what did he do? He decided to go to Hawaii. He enjoyed his off season. He did not go to voluntary minicamp and OTAs, which he doesn't need to. He's fucking Aaron Rodgers. All those, and also it is good reps for Jordan Love to get all those number one reps. I mean, Aaron Rodgers don't need it, man. He don't need it. He's going to come in. If he comes in, which I think he will, to training camp, he's going to be the same old Aaron Rodgers, blah, blah, blah. I forgot what I was going to say next. But, you know, Deshaun Watson made it clear. Aaron Rodgers did not. That's right. He wanted to enjoy this offseason because he knows that this season is probably going to be the last season with the Packers because he's stuck. His contract is too big. If he wanted to get traded, he would have done it a lot earlier than draft night, where, you know, the Packers, you know, trying to figure out a trade scenario, blah, blah, blah. And the fact of the matter is that Packer fans are the most spoiled fans in motherfucking sports. I mean, they will turn on a player like that. Aaron Rodgers, been in the league for 16 years, has started for 13 of those years. And just because a breaking news report comes out that he wants to get traded, they immediately turn on him. And that fucking drives me nuts. It really does. Because especially when Aaron Rodgers has never said himself he wants to be traded. He's never said that. And that's fact. What I think will happen is the day of training camp, He is going to come in. He's going to start for the Green Bay Packers this year. He's going to play. He is going to have a Chicago Bulls type one last dance for a championship. And whenever we win the Super Bowl or not, it is going to be Aaron Rodgers' last year. And in my opinion, I am going to enjoy every last minute of it. Because Aaron Rodgers, I started being a fan after Brett Favre played the Raiders after his dad died. I was like, I'm probably like 9 years old when that game happened. I watched Favre's last year in 2007. I was heartbroken when we lost in the NFC Championship game, and I was heartbroken that the Packers decided to move on from Brett Favre and go with Aaron Rodgers, which ultimately it was the right move. It really was the right move. And I have watched Aaron Rodgers his whole career, pretty much. Like, I watched the ups, I watched the downs, I fucking watched the heartbreaking playoff games, I watched the playoff run, I watched the Super Bowl, I watched everything. I have like a special emotional connection with Aaron Rodgers because I watched his whole career. And to be quite frank, I would rather go through a complete rebuild, whether Jordan Love is the answer or not, and watch Aaron Rodgers lift that trophy up one more time for us. I would do it. I would do it in a fucking heartbeat because we were so damn close last year. And, you know, Tampa Bay, you know, I thought we were going to beat those fuckers, but we didn't. But, I mean, I'm going way off track with this. But, you know, my opinion is that, you know, I understand where he is coming from. I understand that, you know, he watched Tom Brady walk into Tampa Bay and they gave him whatever the fuck they want, whatever he wanted. He wanted Gronk. He got it. He wanted Antonio Brown. He got it. He got a fucking top 10 defense. Again, because, you know, Tom Brady always needs a fucking top 10 defense. And this is the same thing with Russell Wilson, too. And Russell Wilson had a wild offseason and said, you know, the Seahawks, you know, blah, 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 I want to get traded. This is bullshit. And what did the Seahawks do? They fucking gave him whatever he wanted. The Packers, it's a different situation because I believe that the Packers are more talented than the Seahawks right now. They re-signed Aaron Jones. They re-signed David Bakhtiari. They let Corey Linsley go, but they drafted a guy that's pretty much the same young version of Corey Linsley. He's from Ohio State. I think he'll be fine. And the whole fact of the matter is that, you know, the front office really never has, you know, included Aaron in like decisions, you know, the whole, and then he says it's not about Jordan Love. I think that that's kind of bullshit. I think that the whole drafting a quarterback in the first round when we were so close last year, not really that close, but we made it to the NFC Championship game in 2019, and then 2020 with the first round pick, with all those wide receivers still on the board, with all those defensive linemen on the board, they draft a fucking quarterback in the first round, and Aaron Rodgers didn't have a fucking clue. They did not. When the 49ers were thinking about drafting a quarterback, they let Jimmy Garoppolo know. What's another example? When any scenario where you have a starting quarterback and you're going to draft a quarterback, the team lets them know they are going to draft a quarterback so they're not fucking shocked. The Packers did not do that. They literally went, fuck you, Aaron Rodgers. We think you're regressing. We're going to draft this. We're going to draft this quarterback who we think is going to be the future. And just like Aaron Rodgers said, he threw a wrench in the gears of their timeline when he won the MVP last year. And I think that's part of why he's pissed. The other reason why I think he's pissed is because of the Jake Kumaro shit. Who knows if Jake Kumaro was going to be good? I mean, who knows? He had a good couple years of preseason, and then once the season started, he got fucking hurt. Who knows? And I don't think it was even Jake Kumaro, the player. I think it was the fact that Aaron vouched for him in a press conference, and the next day they fucking cut him, making him look stupid. And I don't think he likes that. I don't think he likes looking stupid. And yeah, man, I'm gonna wrap this up, because all I'm doing is going on tangents. But that's my thoughts on the whole Aaron Rodgers mess. I don't think it's as cutthroat as what people are thinking. I don't think this is a trade me or, I'm not going to play this year. I think that, it's, I really, honest to God, I really don't know what his problem is. I really don't. I think that he is just so tired of, in my opinion, he will always be the most talented quarterback I have ever fucking seen. What he does with that right arm is fucking magic. Magic. But he will always be known as the quarterback that potentially only wins one ring. One ring. While Tom Brady, on the other hand, wins Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl, then finally leaves New England, goes to Tampa Bay and gets whatever he wants, goes through the NFC and wins the Super Bowl for what? A fucking seventh time? A seventh time, and he did it in the NFC. That's crazy to me. And I think Aaron is he's so sick of how the front office is neglecting and not really treating players right. Because there was a report that, that's part of the reason, is that he's tired of the front office kind of just throwing away players that have played for the Packers for many years and doesn't get the respect. Like Jordy Nelson, he had an all right year after his ACL injury. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers, I believe the same year, broke his collarbone. So he did not have a good year that year because it was fucking Brett Hundley that was throwing the ball. And Jordy Nelson said he would take a pay cut to stay with the team. Guess what they did? They fucking cut him. And he ended up going to the Raiders, and he ended up retiring in the middle of the season or some shit. Then Clay Matthews, same thing. Played for the Packers for many years. Didn't even get a phone call. Didn't even get a phone call from the Green Bay Packers saying, we're not signing you. It was in the fucking dark. And I think it's all about, like I said, this is all fucking speculation, just what I'm guessing. I really don't know what he is pissed about. But right now, just watching the match, the golf charity thing with him and Tom Brady and shit. And the announcers asked him if he was going to be there for week 1 against the Saints. And he said, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And he had a shit-eating grin on his face. That tells me that he's coming back. Because he knows that he doesn't have many years left to win a championship. And the only way, even if he wants to get out of Green Bay and he wants to go somewhere else, he has to play for the Packers this year and at least compete for a championship. This is probably, and I said this last year, that it all depended on who they were going to re-sign this offseason, whether we were going to compete for a Super Bowl this year or not. I did not expect them to re-sign Aaron Jones. That kind of completely changes my perspective. I think last year was one of the last opportunities for Aaron Rodgers to win a championship with Green Bay. And I think this year as well, this might be the last opportunity for them to win a championship, because Davante Adams, he's on his contract year. Jair Alexander's on his contract year as well. I think that, in my opinion, and this is a bold prediction. This is like this is just all speculation. I think that no matter what happens this upcoming year, whether we win the Super Bowl or we don't, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to get traded. I think we're not going to be able to re-sign Davante Adams, because Davante Adams' future in Green Bay is aligned with Aaron Rodgers'. If Aaron Rodgers isn't there, Davante Adams is not going to re-sign. And that's a pure fact. Davante Adams wants to win a championship too. He's been on the team for a long time. When did we draft him? I think it was 2014. The year that Aaron Rodgers injured that calf. I think he was a rookie then. So he's been in the league for 7 years, and he's in his prime right now. He wants to win a championship, man. And wherever Aaron Rodgers goes, I believe Davante Adams is going to go too. And we might sign Jair Alexander, but does he really want to play for a rebuilding franchise with a brand new quarterback in Jordan Love? Who knows if Jordan Love's going to be good or not? Like, the fact that they were so pumped that he did good in a training camp practice, that's not good news to me at all. I think he is going to have some promise, but the fact of the matter is that he has not played in a game with a pass rush in over, this is going to be his third year. If he sits out this year because of Aaron Rodgers playing, this will be 3 years that he has not played with a full defensive line trying to hit him, is what I'm trying to say. That's going to be some hard growing pains, man. And I don't think that Davante Adams wants to deal with that. I don't think Jair Alexander wants to deal with that. I think that after this year, I think Packers are going to go through a full rebuild, unfortunately. But that's my prediction. I think Aaron Rodgers plays for 1 year, one more year, one last dance, and then I think ultimately he's going to get traded or released, because it's a lot better financially for the Packers if they trade him next year than this year. So that's my opinion. If anybody kind of comes across this video and, you want to talk about, this whole debacle, want to give your opinion, I would love to, interact in the comments and, have some discussions. I've given my full opinion on it, and also, just a little tidbit. If Aaron Rodgers is so pissed off that he has not been able to have a championship roster, look and compare at the base salary that in between Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers has had. This, last year, Brady signed a 2-year, $50 million deal. So let's just say, at the very most, he's making $25 million a year. $25 million a year. That's his salary. That's his against the salary cap. He's $25 million hit. Aaron Rodgers is making $36 million a year. So that's at least $11 million that Tampa Bay can use on other spots. You could literally buy any type of fucking position with that $11 million contract. So that is another thing that it kind of bugs me about this entire thing, is that Aaron Rodgers is so fucking pissed, but he will never take a pay cut. That's the thing about Brady that has always been a complimentary of him. He's always taking pay cuts. And Aaron Rodgers is not. He's always the highest paid quarterback in the league. When you pay a quarterback, especially the Dallas Cowboys, that $40 million a year for Dak Prescott, how can you build a championship team after that? Like, yeah, you got a quarterback, but how are you supposed to build anything else when over, let's see, 4, 8, 12, let's say like over 30, this is a total guess, I'm probably wrong on my math, 30% of the salary is your quarterback. How can you build a championship team after that? But anyway, that is my opinion on the Aaron Rodgers debacle. Well, what is today? The 8th? I think that veterans come back on the 25th of July. We'll see if Aaron Rodgers comes back. That is the ultimate day. That is the ultimate day to see if Aaron Rodgers is in or out or not. I think he shows up. I think he shows up to training camp. I don't think he'll play preseason because he hasn't played in the last 3 years in the preseason. And I think he plays this year. I think he has one last dance with the Packers, and then that's it. We trade him. Now, if he doesn't fucking show up and it's an official fucking a holdout, I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. Go Jordan Love, I guess. So we fucked if he doesn't show up. But, I just want to thank everybody for, if you're watching this, hopefully people come across it. I'd love to, go back and forth between, streaming on my PS4 to fucking, kind of talking about the Packers and all the other stuff that's going on. And I don't know, pretty much I know a lot of football, so I'm probably going to talk about that some more. But yeah, man, if you like what you see, give the video a like. If you want to continue the discussion on pretty much anything, comment on the bottom, just let's start a discussion. Let's just build a community off of this YouTube page. I'd love to build a community, whether it's video games, whether it's sports, whatever. I just like to interact with people, man. I'm an easygoing person, But yeah, man, thanks for watching my TED Talk. I've been talking for almost 30 goddamn minutes, so hopefully you guys enjoy this video, even though I've been rambling for most of it. And I really kind of took my time, giving my full opinion on the Aaron Rodgers shit. But hopefully you guys enjoy the video. I am DBZ Fan 41, and I do not approve this message. You guys have a good day, night, morning. See you guys later.